crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com, it's your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, we got potentially bad news for silver. For those of us waiting for the manipulation to end, Trump administration is doing the exact same thing the Obama administration did, the Bush administration, the Clinton administration, all the way back to 1913. It's all been a rigged job. Now, with the invention of computers, things changed, and we were able to go off a gold standard and off a silver standard and still control the unbacked fiat monetary system because of the computer rigging. But that's what continues, and we were looking at some really good news in the past 2 years, the battle between the good guys and the bad guys behind the scenes. Department of Justice was really coming on at JP Morgan, who's currently got the silver short position. Not the silver short position. They had it for a time. They had the short position to keep the price down so they can take physical off the market criminally. And the DOJ kept saying, oh yeah, we got 6 traders on RICO charges, blah, blah, blah. And then they came out and even said a few months ago, they're even looking into JP Morgan, the company. And everybody was all excited about it. Now, here's what, I don't know if this is good or bad, but the guy who's been there for 2 years doing all this stuff is a guy named Binskowski. Binskowski is now leaving the Justice Department. Binskowski is now leaving the Justice Department. He was the Assistant Attorney General. Brian Binskowski of the Justice Department's Criminal Division announced his departure from the department today, effective July 3rd, the day before the 4th of July. We might be seeing some real action coming up. I have no idea what this means, other than he was the real highly skilled computer guy who said, hey, they can't run away and say it's too complicated for you to understand. We can get in there and understand how their trading models work, how the criminality works. And so he was the guy. He was our guy, and he's leaving now. Could mean one of two things. One, his job is done, and they're going to let silver go crazy on July 4th. What a great day that would be. Or number two, he tried to do something and was rejected by the Trump administration. Mnuchin and Trump said, no, we can't let silver start trading freely because we're still trying to run this unbacked fiat monetary system. Those two are not compatible. And if you let the silver price run sky high, you're going to take out a couple too big to fail banks, which destroys the whole system anyway. Here's the problem. The problem is the system is a fraud. That's why it can't handle the freely traded silver price, freely traded gold price, freely traded crypto price. The system itself is a fraud. It is built on quicksand. And the world knows it now. So no, they don't have the power. The market riggers don't have the power to rig this thing forever. Why? Because our enemies now know about the market rigging. They know how vulnerable we are to destroying the economic system through the silver market. The word is out. I'm sorry. Everybody's been told already. Voila. How many people know it? How many investors? Hardly any. Investors chase shiny objects. If this is Hertz stock is going up, everybody's running to Hertz stock, even though it's bankrupt. Craziness. And one day, silver will go up, whether it's allowed or not, and then everybody will try to chase it, and they'll shut down the COMEX. That's what we're waiting for, the shutdown of the COMEX so that it can be freely traded. Remember, COMEX is just a derivative exchange. Futures and options. There is no real physical exchange for silver. For gold, there is in Asia. For silver, no. It's too important. So yes, you should have plenty of physical silver. Here's another hint that the current administration is trying to delay the end of the silver manipulation. Just last week, CFTC extends no action relief to market participants in response to COVID. So because COVID hit, the CFTC said, you guys can do anything you want. rig away. We won't be watching. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to close our eyes till June 30th, right? And then on June 10th, they come out and say, oh, we're going to extend that to September 30th. How many times have we gone down this path before? Wait a minute, June 10th. Oh, look at that. So the same day that they stop any enforcement on the big criminal banks, on the COMEX, right now they don't have to do anything according to law. They can rig all they want because the CFTC said, hey, because of COVID, you can do whatever you want. And now they've extended it the same day they extend it to September 30th. We got the resignation of the number one guy in charge of the Silver investigation. Very interesting. Announced his departure. Who knows what happened? Hopefully he'll come out and come on the road to Ruta. We'll do an interview. I'll say, what's the deal? Why did you leave? Was it because Steve Mnuchin and Donald Trump would not allow you to enforce the law? Or was it because the CFTC is too stupid? I don't know. Could be either. But the CFTC, again, they lifted the rules. Again, they extended the no-foul rule. It's called the no-foul rule. We're going to call it the no-foul rule. No action relief. You can do anything you want in the silver and gold market because of COVID. Freaking ridiculous. Here's something really interesting. Now, if silver ever gets released from the manipulation and the CFTC actually does something, who should get the whistleblower award? There have been so many whistleblowers on silver, and it's between 10 and 30% of the fine. Who should get the whistle? I have a nomination, and I think everybody will agree that Ted Butler deserves the whistleblower award for silver. And if it's a trillion, well, according to Bloomberg, it's a $5 trillion market. So 10% of $5 trillion. We'll keep it on the low side. Ted Butler should be getting 10% of $5 trillion. What's that? 10% of $5 trillion is 500 billion. Ted Butler should be getting $500 billion from. Oh wait! It's how much they get They get a percentage of the fine. So how big should J.P. Morgan's fine be? And all the other HSBC, Deutsche Bank? I think $5 trillion would be good. Ted Butler deserves $500 billion whistleblower award, in my opinion. And if anybody helped him, he can spread that around. I think everybody who's been blowing the whistle on silver should get something. Everybody who's lost money, everybody who's been screwed by J.P. Morgan, by the CFTC, by the SEC. And on that note, I don't know if you guys saw Reggie Middleton's video on the racism that he'd been served up as a child, that how they tried to kill him. But let's talk about racism at the SEC. How come the only crypto that got really attacked brutally, ridiculously brutally, was Veritasium? Was it because a black guy had invented something better than what the white people had invented? Where's the social injustice? Where's all those social justice warriors running to the SEC saying you are absolutely 100% discriminating against Reggie Middleton because he's black, because he invented something that would fix the problems in your current criminal markets? That's racism. Was it only because he was black? No. Was that part of it? Absolutely. Read what the SEC wrote in their little court filing. Complete bullshit. So Reggie, go after them. Go after them for racism. Let's get everybody charging the gates of the SEC. Because that seems to work these days, right? Let's talk about racism at the SEC. 100%. And go through the Veritasium case. Read their filing with the court. Anyway. Here in lovely Alameda County, which is where the county that Oakland presides in, our lovely health inspector has determined that we have to be in social bubbles. We can't leave our social bubble. And Not only do you have to get in a social bubble if you want any interaction with human beings, you can't change social bubbles for 14 days. Yes, this is the stupidity that I live in. There we are. There's people in San Francisco in their little bubbles. You can only have certain people, and you have to stay with the same people. According to the social bubble coordinator, you have to stay with the same people for 14 days. And it's a group of 12 or fewer people. This is the stupidest thing. Almost as stupid as this. Gavin Newsom thinks he can control the world with emergency powers, and the judge came in and said, no, you can't. It's against the law. It's against the Constitution of California and the Constitution of the United States of America. You cannot tell people to stay in their homes. You don't have the power to do that. The other thing is this contact tracing is going to be the worst thing to happen to humanity in the history of history. Should they do it? Maybe. Should there be huge rules and regulations that you can't force people to do what you say when you've been contact traced? Here's a situation. This guy you don't like, he's an asshole, right? You have to see him at work, whatever. He's running around trying to get COVID or whatever he's doing. And you haven't come in contact with him. He says, oh yeah, I talked to Bix the other day. You go home, a couple days later, you get a call from a contact tracer. Oh, Joe Schmo here has COVID. So you have to stay home. You can't go to work for 14 days. And everybody in your family can't go to anywhere for 14 days. They all have to go into lockdown. And I need to know who you were hanging out with. And they'll all have to go into lockdown. And if you don't do it, we're going to arrest you. Are you fucking kidding me? That is exactly what contract tracing is going to be like. But it's worse. The pedophiles get involved. They're going to take your kids away from you. That's how dark this thing can go. We have to stop this. Contract tracing should be 100% your choice. Optional lockdown. Joe Schmo had it. You got in contact with him. We recommend you staying home for 14 days, but you are a free American citizen. Go do what you want to do. And no, we don't plan on taking your children away from you, because you cannot trust your children with these human beings, if that's what they are. So get ready for that fight. We got so many fights. It's so exciting around here. I'm going to be talking to Sean from SGT Report today to talk about the silver insanity. And join the Road to RICO. Go to roadtorico.com. Hit subscribe today. And right now I'm giving away Theta tokens, the token of the future. Theta, and 100 Theta fuel. 100 Theta fuel are harder to get than Theta, because you can get Theta on CoinSwitch right now, but you can't get Theta fuel. Now you can stake your Theta and do some, set up a Guardian node, and you can participate and earn some Theta fuel, which is a good idea. And I'm looking at the numbers, and more people are doing that, and pretty soon there's going to be almost 100%. Now it's like 60% right out of the Theta out there is being staked. Wouldn't it be cool if we saw 100% of the Theta being staked, and they're still trading millions of Theta on these criminal exchanges? And then just go, okay, where is the Theta? It's a game, my friends. Get in early because they're keeping the price low. That's the key. Remember Bitcoin $200? I was giving away 1/10 of a Bitcoin to all my new private road subscribers. Now I'm giving away 100 Theta and 100 Theta fuel. In 5 years, you'll be set. Go to roadtorico.com, hit subscribe today, and join the private road. This is Bix. I'll talk to you later.
Well, you start with Bitcoin and you know nothing. You make your first wallet and you think you got something. Secure your private keys, if you don't, all your coins will be gone. Now you're a coiner and it's time to learn all. From banking tech to social net, the cryptos are hard, but you gotta get your feet wet, gotta get your mindset for change. And it's the way of the crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. Way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way. Way of the crypto warriors, after all the crazy politics fade away, you got something to say. Live a crypto warrior way. There's Kenny Bozak, he'll show up in your town. The fiat in his pocket, always dressed like a clown. But he pulls out his phone, always pays for what he owes in crypto. Big old John Kim erases all Charlie's doom. Satoshi lied his feeling right with John in chat rooms. And he takes care of Litecoin. We know it's the right one for change. It's the way of the crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way. The way of the crypto warriors, after all the crazy politics fade away, you got something to say. Live a crypto warrior way. Well, let me tell you about my friend. His name is Bitcoin Ben, a truck driving man. Everybody loves him, and he's spreading the word. He shares what he heard, secret plan. And there's Snippy by Joe, can't miss the J-Snip show. From psychic best to treasure chest, he goes on the know. He teaches us tech, cause he's seen a few wrecks of go slow. It's the way of the crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way. The way of the crypto warriors, after all the crazy politics fade away, you got something to say. Live a crypto warrior way. Cause everybody wants to be a hero, everybody has dreams of a better day. But if everybody knew we could change everything that we do, then everybody'd live a crypto warrior way. And everybody'd live a crypto warrior way. And you can live a crypto warrior way.
Yeah! That was great.